Now, whether you're looking for a Christmas gift or you just want a book to unwind on the winter nights, we've got a cover today with Stephen Boylan is here from Eason, and we are talking for books predominantly for women, or books that you've picked out that you think would be good for women at this time of the year.
Yeah, but absolutely things that everybody can read, I think, and we'll get something out of. So, fantastic selection.
We're starting off with biographies.
Yes, a really great book, Dear Cathy, Love Mary. This is a year of letters written between two Irish women, one who was based in Tipperary and one who went off to be an au pair in France, and very evocative of kind of 1983 and 1984. So a really great nostalgic look back at Ireland and everything that was happening here back in 1983-84.
Right.
It was tough enough times, I think, in 1983 as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very similar to what we've been through in the last couple of years as well.
Yeah, and it's in the introduction that said like jobs were like hen's teeth in Ireland at the time. So there's a lot of like fun stuff about, you know, Dallas and Dynasty and the Eurovision, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of stuff like there's an abortion referendum back in that time as well. So there's a lot of very interesting issues that kind of mirror very much what's happening today.
And even phones, hardly anyone had a mobile phone. Even that very basic stuff that we take for granted now.
And it's all about, in a time of email, it's all about getting back to the art of letter writing. So it's a fantastic book.
Food and drink, Stephen.
Yes.
How did you just pick one?
Because
there are loads of them.
There are absolutely tons, lots of fabulous cookbooks. This one is The Virtuous Tart by Susan Jane White, which is a fantastic book. The reason why I've picked this one out is it's beautifully produced, but it's also absolutely hilarious. Susan Jane won the Irish Book Award this year for Best Cookbook with this one here. So really fantastic selection of recipes. The great thing about this is that it's all very sweet. It's all like things to treat yourself, but it's all
we like this, Stephen.
It's all very, very healthy. All very natural ingredients. So an absolutely fantastic one. So one to pick up for all kind of your Christmas treats, but if you're looking to kind of change your diet going into the new year, a really fantastic one as well.
Isn't it? Yeah, a bit of fun as well, as you said. And she explains all the kind of buzzwords. She goes through all the different, say buckwheat flour, what it is, coconut flour, what it is, why we should have it in the beginning, so you know why you're cooking with them.
Healthy eating is definitely the trend in cookbooks this year, but this one, as I say, has an extra spike to it. It's really good fun read, and everything in it is absolutely delicious.
Very good.
Moving on to crime, Stephen.
Crime.
This is always a very hot topic, isn't it?
Always a hot topic, and a lot of women read crime books. And this one here, when I was younger, when I was far too young, I was absolutely hooked on the Prime Suspect TV series. Obviously, Helen Mirren became really famous on the back of that. Linda LaPlante who wrote Prime Suspect, has written the prequel to that called Tennyson. So we're back into 1971, 1972. Again, time before internet, when people had to solve crimes using their own instincts and their kind of their gumshoe talents. So a really interesting take on the Jane Tennyson story here. So a fantastic book from Linda LaPlante.
I'd say people would really get into that, and it's a good book for over the Christmas period.
Yeah,
you know, it's substantial enough, and you know,
just close the door and that's it. Yeah, take the fun off.
Fire, where you go.
Yeah, women absolutely do love crime, though. Seriously, it's a genre that's been kind of lapped up by women, isn't it?
It's worrying how much they like it about us sometimes.
We like the intricacies of the mind, though. Hey, it's not the criminal act; it's the intricacies of the mind.
Anywho, tell me about Carol.
Carol, this is kind of amazing.
This is the movie now, isn't it?
This is the movie that's just been released with Kate Blanchett and Rooney Mara. This was originally published in the 1950s. It was called The Price of Salt, and it was written by Patricia Highsmith, who's mainly known as a crime writer. But this is a love story between two women set in New York in the 1950s. Absolutely stunning film and a really stunning book as well.
Yeah, because you went to see the movie, didn't you?
I went to see the movie the other night, and it is incredible. It is really, really good. So well worth a read.
So the film is very much set in it's very much echoing the 50s in every way. You were saying that it really looks like it was shot in the 50s.
It looks like it was made in the 1950s, and when you look at it and you see all the cars and all the, you just go, the amount of effort that has gone in to make it look spectacular.
I definitely think I'd like to read that. Yeah, definitely. It's supposed to be very, very good. Okay, so after that we are going to take a look at fiction and The Long Gaze Back.
Yeah, which kind of ties in nicely to Carol, insofar as women's writing in Ireland this year has been absolutely incredible. The 6 nominees for the Newcomer of the Year award at the Irish Book Awards this year were all women. So this is kind of like a timely look back at Irish women writers from the past and kind of tying it now to the future. So it starts with Mariah Edgeworth, goes through Maeve Brennan, all the way up to modern writers like Emer McBride. So a fantastic, fantastic collection, edited by Sinead Gleeson. And again, this won an Irish Book Award this year for Best Irish Published Book.
Great. So how far do we go back? A couple of hundred years?
About 100 years, yeah. Mariah Edgeworth was the 19th century, so yeah.
When a book gets an award like an Irish Book Award, how well does it do? How well does it sell then after
off
that?
The shelves,
it's absolutely off the shelves, and you know it gives a great profile boost. So short stories as well, really hot topic this year. People are really getting back into short stories. So as I say, a really timely book.
And a lot of writers that would never have written short stories are writing short stories now. This is what I noticed: the anthologies of short stories.
They mount them.
Yeah, it's
We
true.
have loads on the show now. You're thinking, oh my God, where are all these people coming from?
People like Comto Bean and Donald Ryan and John Boyne have all had short story collections recently, so it's really back.
It's back in vogue.
Yeah,
as
back
they
in
say.
vogue.
Donald Ryan on a few weeks ago as well. Unbelievable
It's
stories.
fantastic.
Moving on to entertainment, we've spectacles.
I think that'd be hilarious. I'd say this is a really good Sue Perkin. She's so funny.
Easily one of the most entertaining books I've read this year. Absolutely hilarious. It's her autobiography, so it's her story of growing up with her family, going to college, and then starting her TV career with Mel on Light Lunch, and then becoming a legend and household name on The Great British Bake Off.
It's really funny, and she says even on the back, when you just read the back of the book, she said the blurb, she's like, what Mary Berry is really like, and she says she embellishes only certain things to make people like her. I think it's funny. Yeah, she's an honest person.
She is very honest, and the relationship that she has with her parents in the book is really the highlight. It's a real kind of dry, sardonic kind of thing,
Totally.
but absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
On to a bit of humour, we had Emma Comerford on the show a few weeks back as well. This is a good one.
This is a great one, and actually one that I was kind of nodding along to as well, because it's kind of like the condition of modern Irish women in Ireland today, but absolutely.
I disagree with a lot of stuff, though, to be honest.
All right, okay.
I know. I just think that there's a lot of stereotypical things in that book. To be honest, I think and you might just say as a woman you're like, well, yeah, but it's the Irish mammy, the typical blah. Everyone's put into boxes.
Yeah. A lot of it is it's exaggerated for humour, I guess.
Yes, it is. That's what I mean. Yeah.
I
think an overseas book, though, Stephen. What do you think? I mean, people abroad might have a laugh from it.
I think so, and it's kind of. I think there's a lot for people here, though, in Ireland. I mean, I think a lot of people really enjoy it. Yeah, it's really funny. You look at romance, you look at drinking, going on holidays. The Irish mammy. There's a brilliant thing where she has how the Irish mammy's love is kind of divided up. So 90% goes to the sons, and that's a given.
Totally.
8% goes to the daughter who lives abroad, and 2% is reserved for the daughter who stays at home. So
statistically, it's broken up.
There are loads of great sports books out at the moment.
We talked
Henry
about a lot of
Shefflin, we
those,
had Jim McGuinness the last time you were in.
Yeah.
This one is very is eye-catching, I think. 6 nations, 2 stories.
Yeah.
It does what it says in the 10, really. The guys and the girls as well.
It's the first time ever that Ireland has won the 6 nations in both the men's and women's tournaments in 2015. So this is a look back at the 2 campaigns, both the men's campaign and the women's campaign. But I think the women's game has never been more popular. The support they had this year was absolutely incredible, and 2 nail-biting finishes. Both of them went down to the wire.
It's a great idea for that, isn't it?
It's a really great idea.
Because you're kind of, I suppose, juxtaposing the 2, and it's.
And I suppose in one way they're very different games, but in the same way they're the same.
Exactly, you're right.
I'd even imagine that the struggle to promote the ladies playing rugby would be much harder than the lads, because the lads go on TV, everyone watches it. It's not the same for the ladies. Do you get that in the book?
That comes through to a certain extent. That the effort and the time that they're putting into their campaign is just as much, and they're just as passionate about the game. But I mean, it's a really interesting read and a really unique way of doing it, of having the 2 side by side. So it's a great
maybe more
pick-up.
women will read it then because of that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, Steve, we have great news for people at home, right?
Yes.
Because all of these books, we're giving them away to one lucky viewer. If you go onto our Facebook page, all the information is on there, and we promise none of these books will go missing, not like the last time you were in, Stephen.
We might have a couple missing, I'd say, though.
But to be honest, I did take the Jim McGuinness book home with me, and
did you return it?
Well, I haven't read yet. I'll bring it back after Christmas, and the scrap as well. They're the 2 I took, because I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to reading them over the Christmas.
That's mine.
Stephen, thank you very much for all that. Of course, for more information on all these books, go to easons.com.